How's it gaming? I'm Phil in the Blanks, and welcome back to the Black Box Files with file number 7, Hogan's Alley, the third and final Zapper game among the launch lineup for the original NES in 1985. This shares a lot of similarities with Wild Gunman, the first Zapper game we've taken a look at on Black Box Files, and in a perfect world, Hogan's Alley and Wild Gunman would have been like this combo package, because separately, they're both sort of nothing. Like, there's not a lot to this game at all. Shoot gangs only. Okay, you know, that's a way of life right there. Gang A, Gang B, Gang C. I like how Gang B just doesn't wear a shirt, apparently. And then you have the three civilians, I guess 2 civilians and the police officer. The lady, the professor. Oh, it's a trench coat. I thought he was just shirtless and those were his nipples. I don't know. I've never really taken a look at this game for more than 5 minutes because that's as long as this game really is. Let's jump into Game A, Hogan's Alley A, which is like a little shooting range, or like a police training area. You get 3 cardboard standees, and you got to shoot the person you got to shoot, the bad guy. You can't shoot the lady, can't shoot the professor, can't shoot the cop. You know, things to live by. And up there, you see the 2.0. That's how much time you have to make your decision. Now, right now, it seems pretty easy. You know, 1.5, now we're kind of going down a little bit on time. And only one of these guys is a bad guy, so you really got to pay attention. But sooner or later, 2 of them might be, and they might switch it to 1. I don't think I've ever seen it be all 3 of them, but yeah. This mode is fairly, you know, average. You could have called this training, really, when you get down to it, because that's what it feels like. It is interesting, though, that they use the cardboard kind of... Whoops, I missed that guy. You have the cardboard cutouts of the characters instead of, like, the real characters. And I understand why they do. In Wild Gunman, you were shooting bad guys. The end. You were shooting Wild Gunman. It was the Wild Wild West. That's just what you did back then, right? But here, imagine... Whoop. The idea of having a game where you could accidentally shoot a woman or shoot a police officer. No, that would not have flown with Nintendo. It wouldn't really fly with them now for something like this. So it made sense that they made it cardboard cutouts of the characters to kind of keep it as like a shooting range, kind of shooting like exercise instead of an actual thing. And I can't really blame them. I get it. I super get it. What's unique about this, though, too, is that unlike Wild Gunman, where you have 3 lives, and most games back then just 3 lives was... I missed that guy. It's so much harder when you're talking. You actually have to miss 10 times, which is a little insane. You can go on for quite a bit. Like, I'm not hustling here. I'm just kind of lazily pointing my mouse here, because I'm not using the original Zapper, obviously. Zappers require... an old school CRT television to work properly, though I've seen online that people have been able to do stuff with HDTVs and all that, but that's beyond the scope of what I do on this channel. So it is technically a little easier because I'm a sharpshooter, thank you, even though I just got hit. Yeah, you think it would be easier because I'm just using a mouse, but I'm also talking, and again, not like super focusing. This is the type of game that if you keep going, it's this every time, so it kind of doesn't look exciting, that sort of thing. And to be honest, of the 3 modes, it's definitely the blandest to look at. Geez, 1 second now. Oh wow, he legit got me. He legit got me. My goodness gracious me. Oh no. Oh, really? Did I hit him? I feel like I wasn't on that. Oh, whoa, those all count as misses. Ooh, I'm learning something. That's probably why you have 10 misses. Dang, okay. Interesting. We might be out of this a lot faster than I thought. Oh yeah, I missed that guy. That's okay. I'm just kind of gonna let it go at this point. I'm gonna shoot a professor by mistake. See what that light looks like when you... Yeah, it just says miss. There you go. And they're gonna get me. Boom, there we go. Move on to Hogan's Alley B, which I think is a little bit more fun. It's closer to like an actual little game with levels, kind of. Good music, though. I missed the music. Golf didn't have any music, so it's nice to have some music. Hogan's Alley B. This is like one of those... Well, it's like Hogan's Alley, which is kind of what this game is, you know, named after, where it's going down like a fake or mock alleyway or town area with targets to shoot at. And again, it's very much like a police training sort of thing. Remember in Men in Black, where Will Smith shoots the little girl? The cardboard cutout of the little girl, not a real little girl. It's kind of like that, except, you know, not aliens and stuff. I think that's kind of cute. The movement to, like, the right to, like, the next little part of the town reminds me very much of Urban Champion, which is a game I grew up with, which is a black box game, and is not regarded very well. But I just like this. This is a pretty cute one. I like this idea a lot. And we're going to do one whole round, because it kind of makes its way all around, and that's like as if you're going in a circle. You're just turning into, you know what I mean? You're not moving, you're just turning to the right, and it kind of just does a little circle. It's cute. I like the idea. But this I think is like the main point of the game, the main kind of mission. Geez, everyone's bad here. My goodness. There we go. I do like light gun games. I just, the NES... Oh, dang. Sorry, buddy. Especially in its infancy, didn't really... Oh, good! You shot that professor! Good! And that is one full round. Yeah, in infancy, doesn't do a whole lot with the NES Zapper. There are definitely a lot of better games like, you know, I'm just gonna let it go and die. Night of the Living Dead, that kind of stuff. Arcades were perfect for this type of game. I'd say much more than at home. And then, you know, I think it's cool that you could do this at home, but having like the sound and the really great visuals of an arcade in the 90s was a lot funner than doing this at home with a lot less kind of arcade quality. So, yeah, just take me out, guys. I don't mind. And we're going to do the last mode. Like I said, this game is not very long. It's very much more like a novelty, similar to Wild Gunman. And while I think the modes in this are probably funner, Wild Gunman has way more personality. This is dull in that sense. It's very bland. While Wild Gunman has that really cool Wild West feel to it, and the characters look great. Very big. And this, knowing that they're cardboard cutout, kind of takes away a little bit, even though I, again, super understand why they made that decision. There we go, that's 10 hits. The gangster kind of sound there, I love that. And the last one is Trick Shot, which is not about hitting cardboard cutouts. It's about kind of just juggling these tin cans and getting points depending on where they land, which is like a cute idea. And anyone who's super into Nintendo, like trivia and stuff, already knows that these, I'm sucky. That these tin cans are actually part of Duck Hunt's moveset from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Wii U. And it's kind of cute. I like the idea that Duck Hunt uses the Zapper, all the Zapper stuff, so they have Wild Gunman stuff and Hogan's Alley stuff. Now, it is weird because there is still a fourth Zapper game in the black box lineup of games that I don't think Duck Hunt from Smash Bros. Pays any kind of homage to at all, and that is Gumshoe, which is my favorite Zapper game for the NES. Now, there again are more Zapper games for the NES than just those four, but with this, the Black Box Files, we are only taking a look at the first 30 published NES games that have that Black Box kind of moniker, and those are the only four that use that. What's kind of fun about Trick Shot, what's funny though, is you can hit them way above the screen and they're gone. You don't get any points. So you can't just shoot at the top of the screen. The other part that's fun is just you have infinite bullets. So I can just be like, ha 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 ha, take that, take that, take that. I just think that's funny. So you don't have to worry about conserving your shots like you do in any other shooter game for the NES thus far. Even Duck Hunt, you know, in the Clay Pigeons, you only had 3 shots per round. So this is kind of fun just to hit as much as possible. So that's Hogan's Alley. One of the more forgettable black box title. I think this did better in Japan than than Wild Gunman did. I'm not sure. Wild Gunman, I actually do think Back to the Future 2 helped it, even just a little bit. But no, this would have been a cute, big arcade game with like really cool state-of-the-art graphics. At home, this is not a whole lot. There were 17 games for the launch of the NES, and there are a lot of great ones. And I get it, your thing came with a zapper, you want to use that zapper, but there are just better... Land on that? Yeah. There are just better games to get than just you getting something just for the sake of the zapper you have. There we go. Out of the first 17 games, like we've taken a look at some really iconic ones for the NES, but we have yet to see anything that's like amazing, like really, really crazy. Obviously, when we hit Super Mario Brothers, that's like the big launch title of the NES. These things are going a lot faster now too. But I guess if you're just collecting them all, Hogan's Alley is an extremely cheap game. It's one of the very few black box games I have in its original box. This and Excitebike, which is also just a fantastic one. And I ended up getting it for like $5, like $5 Canadian, which is like 30 cents American. So it's not like it cost me very much. Mind you, that was a couple years ago. Game collecting has gotten so ludicrous at this point. This is a box version of Mario 1. It's $500,000. Really? The, at the time, best-selling game in the world is $500,000, even though there are so many of them and everyone already has it. Yes, because it's sealed, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I was gonna say, this is the Black Box Files. It's not my little soapbox to complain about game collecting and keeping games mint in plastic, but man, nah. I don't get stuff in plastic in the original wrapping. I want to open that sucker up. I want to play. Games are made for playing. I want to play it. God, I have Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. First thing I did as soon as I got home was bust it out and play it. Mind you, it was not sealed. If that was sealed, I would have just... Jeez, not a botnet. But anyways, that was Hogan's Alley. This is the entire game. Like I said, much more of a... just a fun little... distraction. It's a novelty at best. Which is, again, a little unfortunate, but not every game in a launch lineup can be a winner. Not at all. But next file, we will go into something a little bit more abstract, a little bit more creative, much more so than anything we've seen thus far on the Black Box Files, and that will be file number 8, Clue Clue Land. I'm Phil Blanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.